Let's start. Let's see how this goes. A little late start today. When I give myself an extra hour of sleep like this, it cost me 50% of my, planned open sourcing time. So, although I've been really enjoying that extra hour of sleep the last week or so. Let me just test when my streaming starts working. Yes, it is. Oh, they changed the UI. Small UI change on YouTube. Okay, cool. We're ready to go. Let's get started. Where's my coffee? There's my coffee. Good. Let's go. So, I remember. Let's pick up. I'll do a review and we'll get some momentum going. All right. So we're building Chatfield. We're still building Chatfield. We're on a side quest here. Thinking about originally, like, what would Vibe DevOps look like? Or if the language of vibes is losing its cachet, then what would prompted DevOps look like? What would Claude Code DevOps look like? And that sort of thing. And to me, the answer is only an interactive conversation, only kind of pushback and requests for clarification, requests to, unpack or double click or expand on ideas and requirements and scope. And I think, roughly speaking, only doing that kind of in an interactive way with humans. It's not that it will work, but it's that only that could possibly work. Certainly saying I want a video game, web app. I don't think in the general case to make a tool useful for everyone works. So if we need an interactive, like thorough, interview, you might say, or a conversation, that's where I kind of started getting into Chatfield. And so through the magic of using Claude Code, using an LLM with both Python and TypeScript supported on the server side and the browser side, Chatfield will more or less conduct like a form or an interview. I want to know this. I want to know that. I want to know these things. With validation, you can convert, you can confirm whether information provided in this way is valid or not. And then if it is valid, you can transform it for your application's needs any way you want, translate languages, translate to structured data, anything like that. So that's Chatfield. And then I've kind of been enjoying, I feel like I've kind of descended in altitude and gained some speed here in a kind of flying metaphor. I'm kind of enjoying the kind of coasting or the maybe gliding coming off the back of a lot of great work doing basically I got like the string of successes that's kind of getting this pretty I think robust is evaluations on the prompts. The prompts are in much better shape. And then I was able to show using TypeScript to solve problems of language gap and language barrier. In fact, let's start pulling up journals. Well, I guess it's 20th and 21st. Did I really go 4 days without an update? I don't know. Okay. I was able to integrate Chatfield as a TypeScript build into this completely different web framework, Phoenix Live View. I was able to get into Elixir. I was able to remember my old friend Dave Kotelhuber, who first taught me about Elixir, coming from an Erlang background. That was great. And then before that, I was able to show, no, not even that. What was that? The 20th? Is it the 15th? Yes. React integration and solving language challenges. Oh, weekly. I think that's the point. Week 40 to October 4th. Here it is, 41. Good. Yeah, browser compatibility, isomorphic development framework, that would be running on the browser side and server side. Yes, exactly. So lots of huge progress here, language progress, and then most recently, this Anthropic PDF skill. So let's pick up here. I want to do this Anthropic PDF skill some more. I was saying the last session, I believe this is a sweet spot. This is somewhere where these things could work really, really well. Convention over configuration. And by convention, I mean, these are sort of sensible, easy, lightweight kind of assumptions and techniques for humans. And this is fine-tuned and or trained directly into these language models, and furthermore prompted through Claude Code, for example. So I think it's completely doable to connect all these pieces to make something useful. So in other words, I think Claude Code skills is likely to work. And then secondly, what is this, the third or fourth time they've tried like extensible Claude Code? They had sub agents, and then they had the Claude Code SDK, and then they changed the sub agents to be now it's the agent SDK, and then there are commands. Oh, and then there are plugins. Plugins can pull in skills. So what that tells me, that's not discouraging. That's encouraging to me. What that shows me is they're serious about solving this, Anthropic, and the ecosystem, their competitors as well. And there's only one way to get there, which is the hard way, which is to just do it and see what works and does not, and do it again, iterate. And so I feel like we're watching them iterate. We've had their sub agents. I know none of these are deprecated exactly. Yeah, I know sub agents versus commands. None of these are deprecated exactly, but I've been really impressed with especially Anthropic sort of like presentation to the profession, to the developer world, certainly. SDK stuff, clean docs, example, just good, just tidy, just clean, good and clean, professional. But you can still kind of tell, like, yeah, there's MCP. There's just so many ways to kind of modify the behavior of these agents that it does not feel like there's an industry, like it just does not, in the way that, unit testing and like, we don't have to agree, but we all at least know what the kind of base assumption is of, let's say, test code coverage, integrate, continuous integration, CI/CD, story points. It's not that every team does that exactly. It's that every team kind of sees themselves as a delta against that kind of standard of the profession, right? And there is just no such consensus in LLMs and agents right now. It just absolutely reminds me of the web, and like the web, not just the web, but the web when tables were the primary and like professional way to ship all UI. Basically, all UI was built into tables. That's how far back it feels to me, relative to the sophistication of today's web development. So I love it. I'm excited. So let's get out of this and let's just make some more skills. What I did yesterday was I forked off this PDF skill and I started getting into how is this PDF skill working with a plan of teaching it to use. Today we'll do Python. I'm so happy with my Chatfield double language. I think there's a conversation happening right now. I want to make this stream like just me writing code and not expounding too many opinions too quickly. But I think there's a conversation right now, which is like, how useful are the LLMs? Not Chatfield really, but how useful is Claude Code? How useful is Cursor? What is the total return on investment? What does the total software development lifecycle look like? And I mean, I see no reason to think about it in just like so many things with the Gartner hype cycle like model. And Gartner Hype Cycle basically goes, you start at 0, you go too high, you go too low, and then you stabilize higher than you began in terms of usage and value. It goes a little too high, goes a little too low, and then it stabilizes on the like correct long-term value of these new technologies. And to me, it feels like Claude Code has, roughly speaking, given me like between like 20% boost to 100% boost. In other words, like the most I've seen it when I've had really, really great days, I'd say it's 2x my throughput, maybe. I really think these are valuable, not because we're just measuring throughput, but because they're so great for like solving where I'm rusty. I mean, I just want to be a developer with a language model in my toolkit. I love to ask it, hey, I'm rusty on something. Maybe that's this thing or that thing. And Claude Code can say, oh, you're probably thinking about this and that. Let's get you going there. But like on a very, very, very good day, I'm about twice as productive. I'd say broadly across the entire project. Let's call it double. I'm about twice as productive. And the reason I say that is I'm shipping in 2 languages for like a hobby project. And this is legit. We've got identical test suites. We've got identical processes, identical implementations, just simply 2 sets of code that do exactly the same logic, give or take, and they're maintained with a language model. I'm really, really happy. But it is by no means 10x. And it is by no means like easy. It's in every way. I think a power tool metaphor is good. Like misuse would cause damage, right? Or wasted time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I think I made this thing generate some code. We have diffs here. Okay, so we're going to start here. Wonderful. We're going to start here. So, because I was looking at, ooh, it actually did some stuff. So here is a W-9 from the United States IRS. And now this is a proper, you see, I can click. Yes. So this is a PDF form. I don't know if I'm using perfect terminology here. Can I type? My longer term goal is to, I mean, I've done this. I've like spoken with clients. I've done a lot of work with PDF. And in my experience, like there's a low hanging fruit, and sometimes you can get good quick wins with PDF forms. But in the real world, I mean, as soon as PDF is kind of allowed in your workflow, the lowest common denominator of PDF is no metadata, no information. You know, like, look, I can highlight this. This is rotated text. This is wonderful. What you get with PDF in the general case or in the worst case is like a photograph of a piece of paper, even like a PNG or JPEG image, basically superimposed onto the paper. And in many ways, that for decades, that was a valid PDF that works fine, because PDF is more or less kind of read-only or printable in most cases. So we're doing W9, and I guess we're just doing page 1 here. And I want to see, so, you know, Anthropic claims that Claude Code has some PDF skills. So let's go read that. I'm gonna go off for a moment here and read some skills. Learn some skills. I'm so glad I took a day on Elixir. That was so much fun. I haven't programmed Erlang in years. I certainly never even thought about using it at McKinsey ever for a deliverable. So it was a real pleasure to get back into it. And it was really nice that there was enough kind of Erlang overlap that it was pleasant. Oh, let's look at diffs. Wait, what am I doing? Wiki. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Here we are. All right. What is this? Oh, yeah. I told Claude Code just now, or last session, like 2 days ago. I told Claude Code like save all these kind of like interim data sets, data dumps along the way of processing for the purpose of, because I want to get in here and see what it's doing. So this is cool. Let's just start with the skills. What's changed? New conversational form filling with Chatfield. Okay. This guide covers essential PDF processing operations using Python libraries and command line tools. For advanced features and detailed examples, see reference.md. Let's keep reading the code. I wanted to do kind of like this here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Read forms.md and follow its instructions. So I think this should move. Uh-huh. And then there's a massive example here. Not sure if I love this. And then next steps, if you need to fill out a form conversationally. Okay, I think I'm going to tell Claude Code to move that form stuff. Yeah, let's do that. What is that? Forms, skills, and then we have PDF. Oh, and you know what we should do? Push D source. Wait, do I have it already? Push D source slash, what was that? Skills. So this is whoops, that is not. Let's go look at that then. I want to pull and see if they've done any updates. Is it in here? GitHub. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Let's go put them in my remote. Come here. It's fine. Actually, let's do SSH. Okay, so what I usually do is get remote, add upstream, something like that. And then I paste, oops, stop it. Get remote, add upstream, paste. Yeah, get fetch upstream. Cool, so then if I get log, where am I? Stop it. Oops, yes, main. So main origin slash main, get fetch. No way it's changed. Yeah, get log main origin slash main, and then upstream slash main. Okay. Oh yeah, there was a wait, I want to go read that. Somebody said thank you. I want to enjoy my open sourcing here. Let me click on my camera so I can smile. This was awesome. Somebody said, let me see if I can find it. If I just go to any project, I think my GitHub like alerts. Was it a notification? PouchDB, Apache, no. No. There was some sort of PR. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I got a heart. So I was saying this yesterday. I don't care at all if this gets merged or whatever. This was literally like a one-line change, plus then subsequent like dependencies. But this is like a one-line insertion. And somebody said, thank you. I'm so glad. Wait, where'd it go? Go back. So here's the commits. Here's the change to the pull. And pull number 52 is not bad. This same person had the same problem. Jake Toulson. He had exactly the same problem, so I'm glad I could help. And then, for every poster, there's sometimes, 5, 10 or more, silent developers lurking, having the same issue. So that's so fun that I posted a PR and this same guy, cool, this muscle car builder. Ooh, mountain time, fancy. The rarest of time zones. So, that was really fun. I love open sourcing. I love the gift culture. David Heinemeier Hansen talks about this, that it's more like, open source is more like thinking of a gift culture than a professional like exchange culture. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want to get some dang skills going. The information about completing forms using Chatfield will be in the, what was that? So pop D. So upstream. Yep. Upstream never changed. Okay. Pop D. So we're back in these PDF skills. It's just forms.md. Let's just move that. I'll just make it move it. I want to start a Claude Code. I want to start another like audit. Maybe let's just do it. Where should I do it? Let's do it maybe in the IDE. For some reason, I'm in the mood to make this Claude Code audit. Um, dot Alice and dot Bob being called with parameters should be Alice dot type dot trait thirdly yeah, despite a chain of calls, source code needs consistent indexing. So like Alice, Bob, fields like validations, gas are like look scoped at a glance. All right, let's just go. Right. Yeah, good. Wonderful. Yes. Good. Bad documentation. It's all bad documentation. That's good. So then that's what makes this thing generate bad code, is all that bad documentation. Okay, this is good. So I'm just going to let this thing go and correct documentation and stuff. What is this? Ooh. Oh, interesting. It's all my slash commands. Todos. When Claude needs to fill in a PDF. Comprehensive PDF manipulation toolkit. What is that? Oh, nice. Look at that. Skill.md. So, let's try this. Let's try chat PDF. License proprietary. Yikes. Okay. Let's try chat PDF. Creating new PDFs. Fill in a PDF or programmatically. Right. Or analyze PDF documents at scale. What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Right. So I just renamed it. Okay. Let's see if it changes that. I want to see. Yes. Thank you. Examples. Perfect. Medium. The old API allowed passing names directly. Yep. Mob.student. Legacy API. Okay. Yeah, fix it all. Recommendation, yes. Do it. Good, thank you so much. Good. So while it's working on just correcting my documentation, I was bragging that it helps me ship things 2 languages, but it's all documented in these streams that it's by no means like I really quite often have to tell it, hey, let's get back, let's tidy it all up. It's completely untidy. You know, the documentation has fallen out of sync with the code, or one language has fallen out of sync with another. Happens all the time. I'm not complaining. It's just that's the state of the art right now. By no means can I say just I want this, and it does it in both languages exactly the same. And I just kind of, my gut feeling is it's not worthwhile to try to prompt it to success that way. So this PDF, these forms, what is this? Aha. Yeah, let's go read. So let's let it just think. Wait, is it done? Found 9 new problems. 400. What tool use concurrency? Are you kidding me? Run/rewind. What? Concurrency issues. Okay. Let's try this. So it solved that. So clear. Let's try this. Resume. IDE. Yeah, let me close this. Bye. Oh, let me just exit. Resume. Let's resume the... No. Is it this? API error. Okay, wonderful. Let's try to /rewind. Okay. That's weird. I've never seen that. 400. 400 means don't do that again. 400 means do not repeat that query under any circumstances, basically. So. Perfect. What is that? Examples? Good. Very nice. /resume. Very nice. Simple, but I think really powerful that resume. That bailed me out. Okay. Now let's go read. So what's up with these skills, right? So there's a tiny change. Right. I wanted to just see if that, like if I just click it on again and I do a / command, is chat PDF in here now? Whoa, why are they all, here. Oh, look, it initialized them. Yes, it is. Okay. Comprehensive PDF manipulation. So the name of the skill gives me a / command. Let's like see what happens. /chat PDF. Like, what does that do? Clauding. Like, what does that do? Because that's not a command. Maybe that's a bug. I see that the command has been invoked based on the documentation. Various PDF processing. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see if we see it in a let's see if we see it in the command line here. I'm going to try just /chat PDF. Yeah, maybe there's a bug. Maybe it's just a bug in the in this IDE version. I feel like it is. I feel like /chat PDF is not a command, even though this thing is telling me it is. I think that's what's happening. I could potentially say /chat PDF. Do something. Now, what might be fun would be, what if I do this? Like if I just tell it. Yeah, that does kind of work. The chat PDF skill is running. Now, what if I just do this? Unknown /command. Oh, no. So the bug, if there is a bug, is, shoot, where's my browser? Or where's my editor? Yeah, here. The bug is /chat PDF does work in the command line, but it's just not an autocomplete. But it looks quite good here. That's great. So now we have a / command for our skills. This is awesome. Good. Okay, so what's changed here? Diff skill. Nothing, right? Let's bring that back. Workflow options. For fillable PDF forms, you have 2 workflow choices. Directly populate them programmatically. Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Let's go. Okay, I know exactly what to do. .claude /skills /PDF. What was that form? I always forget. Skills PDF forms. By the definition, just like let's just try that. I don't know. Let's just drink coffee. Got another throw. Let me just exit and just resume it. Or let me just, resume. Yeah. Hey. I'm just going to copy and paste this and just rerun the whole thing. I don't want to run it with any exception. Now, did it finish with some code? Yeah, let's see about some code. Nice. This was my Postgres. That was awesome. Let's see about some code. Right. All right. PDF VS Code. No. Let's just return. Okay. Documentation. I think probably all of it's going to go in. Yes. Perfect. Trait.apply. Oh, and trait.possible. that can't be true. Okay, I'll keep it though. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Yes. 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 Uh-huh. Perfect. What else? Claude.md. Ah, wonderful. Mm-hmm. Now what? Let's just check in all that TypeScript, right? As int, set the cardinality. Wonderful. As bool. Yes, yes, wonderful. Simple form. Perfect. Add TypeScript. Python/evals. Oh, this was a disabled test file. That's fine. We'll add that in. So I think... No. Okay, so yes, all of this. Good. Like code style. Like calls. Code style and API calls. Okay, good. Are we on the local, are we on main? Good. Good. Oh, so you know what I might do is git push origin live view : live view. It's probably up there already. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Live view. And then let's just delete it from my local. Yep, fine. And then I made a incorrect one just now. Let's just go kill that. Gone. Okay. So now I don't have any branches here, but live view, origin, and then main, something like that. Yeah, so here's my live view fork, or my live view like branch, and I'm happy to leave it there like that for now. Good, so nice and clean. All right. What are we doing? Good. Oh, it's editing the code. Wonderful. Okay, and this thing has completed updating all the documentation. Thank you so much. So /clear, let me just /clear it. And then I'll let this thing finish and then... Wait, the file got corrupted? What? Am I back in a prompt here? Okay, so then if I'm back in a prompt, let's just resume it here, huh? This is the skills thing. The code base, isomorphic, no. I don't know if that helps. Here it is. Documentation, nope. API consistency. No. This one, no. Whoa. Yes. What is this? Extract W9. I don't know what happened, why it stopped. But let's let it go. Let me go off camera here and just see. I definitely don't have an appointment, right? I'm certain I don't. Awesome. Cool. So what is this thing doing? Let me drink some coffee here. Okay. PDF form interview. Generated interview structure. From Chatfield. Wonderful. Yes. Yes, very good. Wait, it pulled it all out. So what now? It deleted it all. I wonder if it moved it somewhere. What is your is citizen? Excuse me? All right. This is just failing. Like, look, this just stopped. Like, this is just failing. So, oops, Claude. Yeah, that's not the problem. Okay. Let's see where it was and let's just pick up. Let's just keep going. I don't know. Don't know, don't really want to know. Okay, let's go read in the editor. Where is that? Whoops. So the, what is that? Forms Chatfield, forms.md. Let's go read forms.md. Because this thing can read, we don't need to document Chatfield like twice in here. It's already got tons of documentation. If you need to fill out a form, first check to see if it has fillable form fields. Run this script, Python, from this files directory. Yeah, Python script slash, What if there's no fillables? Yeah. Whoa, there's a massive bit of documentation in here. Okay. Run the fillable forms. Okay. Non-fillable. Okay. If the PDF doesn't have fillable form fields, you need to visually determine where the data should be added and create text annotations. That's very, yeah, bounding boxes. That's perfect. And text annotations. I mean, that's definitely perfect. Wow. Okay, I like it. The input area should be to the right of the name label and extend to the edge of the box. Wow, it's drawing pictures. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is great. This is a lot of the work I was going to do is stuff like this. I wasn't going to probably prompt it this thoroughly. This is awesome. Target the square. Cool. Bounding boxes. Okay. Very happy. So then this is all Chatfield. Okay, I know exactly what I want to do. I want to go back into Claude Code, start a new one, do a git diff, or notice. Wait, let me ask it this. Like, just quick question. Do you know what a Claude Code skill is? Let's see what it says. I want to understand to the extent that it knows that it has a mental model of what a Claude Code skill is. You know, it's possible it's prompted in and it obeys the skills, but it has no conversational understanding of what a Claude Code skill is. We're just going to have to see. Oh, look at that. Okay, very good. So that's a perfect starting point. So then from there, what do we do? So what am I saying? So the main priority is to use Chatfield as a way to gather actual values. The main priority is to continue, is to keep the capability to scan PDFs for form data, metadata, right? Form definitions, and to complete the forms with data values, right? But the change is to use Chatfield, yes, as a way to from a human conversation. Okay. I think the skill document, the skill but rather than a huge diff in what is that, forms, maybe there should be a chatfield.md. Oh, I know what I want to do, Claude. Let's see if Claude can search our own chat history. Have we ever discussed, what was it? Oh, making a very dense .md file as a crash course for LM guidance to generate Chatfield interview objects, data definitions. Let's see if this thing can search our chat history. Surely they've implemented that by now. They have not. Turn myself back on here. Search the entire... You should. One that is a very dense, how-to that covers, the whole SDK. I'm sure it knows that already, but whatever. This is just such awesome DX. The fact that it works is kind of great, but just letting me queue them up. I mean, Bash could do this in the 90s. You could just queue up your next command as it's processing. It's completely fine. That was the point of the streaming IO. It was all built for that. But then the fact that the language model can pick it up and scoop it into its loop is brilliant. That's why, I don't remember if I thought of this before or after, but that's a reason I deeply believe that Chatfield you should be able to modify you should be able to modify really any of it at any time for any reason. Because they're language models. The point of it is that as long as it's encapsulated in language, you have a massive, massive broad, range, scope of, coverage of this data. One data model could evolve into quite different data models. At least that's how I see it. And I believe it can be contained and managed. It's not just a cacophony or something. Okay. Oh, perfect. Forms underscore Chatfield. So it's already in the skill. I must have already done that and forgotten. I'm almost certain that's what happened. There's a reference to a file called core API. Okay, no problem. It's got to be forms underscore chatfield.md for sure. The like the mental model, like the, what am I trying to say? The main point, the, oh yeah, I wrote all this prompting that was like, if it's a checkbox, do this. Yeah. No, I've actually edited that code. Show me the. That's such a lazy thing to do. Look at me being super lazy. I don't know if it's good or bad. You know, they used to say IDEs made you lazy. They used to say NetBeans makes you lazy. Right? And now, like, Visual Studio Code is like a foundation. And a friend of mine and I, we always talk about a startup. Oh, I'm so encouraged. Let me just take 2 seconds and then just goof off here. I heard, I'm not encouraged, but what's that OpenAI browser? What's it called? It starts with an A, maybe? Comet does not start with an A. No, that's Perplex. Oh, Perplexity Comet, yes. Atlas, yeah. So my understanding is it's a browser with a chat window on the side. I'm encouraged by that because I am just bearish on this. I posted about this in LinkedIn. Conversational UI. I think conversational UI. I think like the new UI, the time has come for the new UI to be no, not one pixel. Pixels are trash. Pixels are trash. Pixels are trash. No UI. No UI. No UI. I want a microphone. So now OpenAI is no joke. They could pivot to that. I could easily see how they've solved a lot of the plumbing and infrastructure, and the next version of the browser could indeed do that. Like that was it 4.0. There was a streaming model that could do voice, and you can talk to it live, and it was like better than the old generation at being like live conversational with voice. So I'm not to like, I don't feel that they've missed the mark too badly potentially, or that they couldn't recover, but I just very strongly feel that the next browser has not one pixel. Maybe it has mood lighting. It looks like HAL 9000, or it looks like Ferris Bueller's graphic equalizer, you know? Remember when he did that? Something like that. And then you just talk to it and you just say, how is my email? And it says, you're fine. That's the next browser. You're fine. Next question. That's the next browser. For sure. And I think IDE. Because like there's a virtuous cycle. Once there's conversation only, once there's conversational UIs, and I think Chatfield is, you know, a part of this. Chatfield's obviously not the entire scope, but potentially Chatfield might take, in the same way that HTML forms take a partial responsibility of web applications, which is all of the form stuff. You know, Chatfield may take a similar role in a conversational UI. So in other words, like the Claudey architecture is that the agent here is running Chatfield in a subroutine or something like that. And so this agent can do more, but it could potentially ask Claude Code, certainly would ask the user with Chatfield. I could see how a knowledge base might have like a Chatfield like front end, instead of just like give me a string and I'm just going to get to work. That could stick around, that could remain. But an additional bit of functionality is I'm not like a librarian, I'll query the system when I think you've told me the right question, right? That's not like bad. In fact, that's extremely helpful and professional for some sort of librarian or archivist, right? Well, what do you mean? Are you looking for, that sort of follow-up? That's like 3 lines of code with Chatfield. That's my basic hypothesis that I'm checking is, can this mental model be dense? Can it carry with it a lot of information for this language model? Can I say it's a form? We're going to ask some questions and we're going to validate. And through through cutting with the grain, through like going with the flow, going with the current, through like taking advantage of the fact that the LLMs are trained in this way and potentially fine-tuned in this way, that by invoking or evoking this sort of thing and prompting, there's an advantage. I mean, concretely, I can make it super concrete. This forms Chatfield extension. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I haven't even committed it yet. Wonderful. So getting back to work. No, we're done. Let's just pull it up. Oh, so they're telling me this is a net new file. Okay, wonderful. Oh yeah, this is totally done. And I believe I edited some code down, but yeah, because I remember thinking this file's too long. So, my hope is that by saying we're making forms with fields, that if I just say we need as bool, like this as bool has a lot of information content for a language model. The must and reject, and the fact that it's associated to a field in a form, the goal is that that has a lot of information content and that these models just simply like perform better or like cross, attain a bar of quality, of like reliability, basically. Field as a yeah. This is a bad like real world example because these LLMs love to just claim numbers are fake. If it goes like, if there's any, but whatever, that's not the point. Okay. So yeah, I do think I want to edit this file though and tighten it up. Okay. I know exactly what I want. Maybe there should be a chatfield.md, which just like covers the core concept, how to define a model, how to define an interview object, right? All of the like API. Then there is like forms. Forms Chatfield, which explains at a clear, more abstract level, the mission of like, what am I trying to say? Acquiring, ascertaining, a form definition from the PDF, converting that into a working Chatfield like CLI.py program. Ideally, we would like await the user, because at the moment there's not good UX unless I do it as like a web application, which brings in its own complexity. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna assume it works right now. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Convert that into a working Chatfield CLI.py program. And to right, to provide all field values. The existing like system to populate the PDF and output it. All right, let's see if it, because I want to reuse this Chatfield.md like for any skill. Or potentially there's a skill that's just, this thing's good at Chatfield. And so then any time I mention Chatfield, which is like every prompt practically, it might have like a quick overview, which is like, it's not the same as the Claude.md, because that Claude.md is telling it, how do you develop this project? How do you build this project? How do you fix bugs? How do you run tests? Things like that. This would just be more like the densest possible end user documentation, where it just says, these are forms, they have fields. Here's how you do forms. Here's how you do fields. Here's how you run an interview. That's the point. Let's see how well this does. I want Chatfield.md as dense while covering all like API surface, except cut out possible traits which are not implemented. Okay, so while it generates this, let's see. No, I want a browser with no UI. Well, pixels are trash. Pixels are trash. I'm sick of pixels. I think you could have a conversational IDE. You could have Xcode or Visual Studio Code or Cursor or Claude Code, any of these. And you could build conversational software with a conversational IDE. And you could do the whole thing on like a cross-country drive from, you know, Florida to Seattle or whatever. No problem. And you could like talk to the IDE and like run the software. Like you could literally just build software with just your ear and your voice for hours and hours and hours. And not like specialist software, but general purpose software of any kind. I really think that's coming. Totally. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Hey, I wonder if that flicker went away, if they finally fixed that bug. Thank you. Let's start cleaning it up here. Nothing. Good. TypeScript is good. We are just, what are we doing? Oh, okay, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, we don't want that. And then maybe what I'll start doing is something like this. Is it tests? Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. So if we go to Python/tests, what if I drop it in here? Or examples. Let's get out of here. Examples. Let's go to examples. Yeah. And then let's just do this. Make dir PDF. PDF. Let's just try that. So then let's try this real quick. Echo star.pdf /star.pdf.get ignore. Okay, so now we have get add. So now we have this place. We have this .get ignore. We have this file. So then I'll move. F. Is that it? Yep, it is. To here. Okay, so here it is. And it's not. It's ignored. So I'm happy. Let's just commit this. All right, so that's the Python examples to do PDF. And I got my file in here. Good, so that's just slightly cleaner. Just slightly cleaner. So .claude.skills, it's PDF. Just tidy up that. I'm getting annoyed by that settings. Whoops. Get status. All right, so my forms. Mandatory. All fillable PDF forms must use Chatfield. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's see. It's still editing, though. Yeah, it's still doing a lot. What is that? 80,000 tokens? Okay. Yeah, it's making a lot of changes. Oh, also... Oh, and by the way... Any, like, documentation or mention of internal implementation stuff about Chatfield. Example, it's _ Chatfield. What am I trying to say? Dictionary, data, object. I'm not... All right, I told it to check. Nope, it is still flickering. I spoke too soon. Okay. What languages do you speak? This thing rickrolled me. Was that on camera? It must have been. I gotta go find that. Was that on camera? I asked it, how would I like generate a link to a timestamp in YouTube or something like that, and it was just like, oh, well, suppose you have this ID, well, then you would use this format in this query string against that ID, and that would jump to a timestamp in YouTube. And I clicked it. It was Rick Astley. Yeah, Rick rolled me. It just chose a random ID for an example, and the ID it chose was the Rick roll. So Claude Code Rick rolled me in the middle of work. Totally unprofessional. I would never send. I might, depending on who it is, send Rick Astley as an example at work, depending on if I knew them well, and if they didn't mind. Some people don't mind, like, teasing at work, and some people do. It's important to know which is which. For complete Chatfield. Cool. Now this Chatfield.md. Okay. Also, for any references, /filename.md without markdown. Yeah, field proxy. Nobody needs that. Perfect. Perfect. LangGraph state machine. Nobody cares. Wonderful. Yes. Totally. Searching for .md. Oh, it's searching for ** and then .*.md. **, literal star, .* meaning any string of 0 length or more, and then literal dot, literal M, literal D. I love regular expressions. My personal habit might just be like sitting there writing regular expressions all day. And having like zero responsibility to maintain them. That'd definitely be the... Okay. Maybe we're there now. Maybe these LLMs crush regular expressions, of course. All right. All right, it's claiming it's awesome. I don't know. Let's see. So now I can start reading diffs again. All right. So where are we? Section below. Okay. Why is this thing not wrapping? Is it something about me? No. Mandatory. All fillable must use Chatfield conversation workflow. Okay. The next thing is all PDFs use Chatfield, not only fillable forms. The extraction process, different, but in principle, the Chatfield model, data model, like model, should be identical in principle, right? Yeah, it should be identical. And then there was one more change I was thinking. What was it? All PDFs must use Chatfield. Whatever. Let's let that go. Five-phase workflow. I haven't tested any of this. I got to start testing it. So then I think this is an example, potentially. This is kind of an experiment. This is an example of what I'm really doing is just prototyping a software like flow or a software operation or a software feature. You know, the feature is mobile phone, photograph of a piece of paper on a table. You run Chatfield. Definitely, I would love for it to be voice, but today you run text. You chat, and it might ask for information for the form. And then when the conversation is like done, when the form is ready, it generates that photograph superimposed with, completed. And again, I think, actually, I wouldn't mind. There's an implementation. I'm basically re-implementing. I'm competing with Anthropic or whoever authored this skill. There appears to be a skill to complete these PDFs, including non-form PDFs, it seems. So that's wonderful. So because that may provide a real experiment for Chatfield, which is, does it help to like reroute this process through Chatfield or not? If it helps, then that's awesome. That means Chatfield is adding value to this like proven pain point, this like proven, demand. So that's great. Even if it doesn't help, I'm still kind of interested to know, because again, these are all kind of side benefits of Chatfield as I see it. I mean, the big one for me is, can we scope out and plan some work with Chatfield? And that would involve adding and removing fields. And then potentially I've got a ticket in here to remind me. I think if we make a Chatfield field itself become its own data model and start having a tree structure where individual fields can then burst, like explode or expand into their own little namespace of keys and values, and it's all Chatfield. Just from my work on like CouchDB and working on like using trees to organize information and knowledge a lot, I feel very good about that experiment, that you can strike this perfect balance of like structure and free flow, free conversation, which you must have, which is a must have for scoping and planning work. So then that makes PDF just completely like side benefit, just side. So if it works there, that's awesome. If it's even just compatible and, not worse than the default, that's extremely interesting. So I love it. Whoa, generate Chatfield non-fillable. Oh, awesome. You made me some non-fillable. Okay, let's go read all this. This is cool. Both workflows use Chatfield. All fillable PDF forms must use Chatfield conversational workflow. Cool. This file, forms.md, /chatfield.md, complete Chatfield API reference. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's probably fine. Transforms rigid form filling into natural conversations power. Instead of manually populating form fields, users speak, users engage in a guided dialogue. That collects, validates, transform responses. Yes, perfect. Oh, geez, it's so cold. Let me go turn the, let me turn the, fan off. I'm freezing. I can't even type. So cold. Yay. Oh my God. Can't even type. Freezing. Okay. This is cool. Let's do some forms. Oh, and something I want to tell it real quick. So this is crazy. We're modifying the skill and it's consuming that skill, live. The documentation. Wait, generate Java. Wait, Is there a Python file which to get? I feel like this thing is just stopping in the middle of work today. Maybe it's just randomness that I documented the need. Yeah, do it. Weird. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, not bad. Let's just read Chatfield maybe? .md. Wait, it didn't do a commit. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Okay. Transforms traditional forms. Instead of traditional form fields, you collect structured data through intelligent dialogue. Location. Pff, nice. Okay. Core concepts. Defines what to collect, how to validate, how to transform, and participant roles and traits. And participant and traits. Alice. Let's do it this way. Alice, the AI agent. Alice, the AI agent, / Bob, the human user. The AI agent and Bob, the human user. Okay, cool. Field, a single data item. Yep. Cool. Don't they subclass string in Python? Don't I subclass string? Okay. Whatever. Quick start. Okay. No. Look, I'm going to tell it to fix this. I don't like this. I'm sick of this. Okay. For Chatfield calls, and make sure they always have the proper indentation. Let's just see if it understands what that means. Hopefully. In other words, like, see the project readme. Not a syntax thing. Tons of tokens. How many tokens until 10% until compact? Okay. I very rarely get to compact stage. I don't really have much opinion. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Exactly. That's the only change? More. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Surprise. I mean, this is okay, but I'm surprised a language model would get this wrong. I guess it's trained up on the like Python syntax, and it just continues to ignore my My highlighting. I'm also going to tell it to like audit the... Perfect. Chatfield.md. Perfect. Very good. Okay, it's claimed to be done. Dot pipe and dot trait. Nothing else implemented. Uh-oh, it needs to auto compact. I should let it die. It wants to die. It's like the me seeks, right? It wants to die. It wants to solve my problem and die. Have people made this association yet? It's a me seeks. It wants to solve my problem and die. And the longer I let this context window accumulate, the more like torture it feels. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, good. Thank you. So I'm pretty happy. This is good. Yikes. Generate Chatfield. Okay. Let's just add those in. I literally haven't read them, but that's okay. I'm going to use them a lot in a second here, and I can modify the code or whatever. Okay. Checking in does not, what is it like the old Twitter thing? Checking in does not imply endorsement. Okay, so this change, I think I read it enough. I want to just basically get this thing started. Yeah, whew. Yeah, let's get this thing started. Let me check this thing. Wait. Needed. I say audit. I don't know why. Just make it spend more work on it. Trying to get this in under the wire before this thing recompacts. CouchDB recompacted a ton. I totally don't mind a recompaction, but or a compaction, but so I've just made Claude Code like edit markdown files all morning, and I've like barely read them. That's pretty much what's happened today. However, I have time still to put them to use and to, I mean, this is kind of code, kind of. These skills, geez, it's huge. Okay. It's a huge file. 500 lines seems like a ton. But, and then this thing, it's all addition, like all of this is, cool. Okay. Well, we're just going to try it. I don't know. Wait, what's green versus blue? Blue's changed, is it? Green is new, I guess. I don't know. If this is like halfway deep, like this is all secondary code, my point is you're going to write 10 times more secondary code than you used to as a developer because of the low stakes. 94%. Yes. Delete it. Perfect. Thank you so much. Whoops, it's not Git. Cool. So then Chatfield.md. So that's cool. That Chatfield.md, in theory, I told it what I want. I didn't read it and confirm. But in theory, that is going to be kind of reusable. Yeah. You know, it does this thing, core concepts. Yeah. as quote. Let's just like tighten it up actually. Wait, what? Stop it. Why won't you let me? Oh, let's just edit this. Wait, where is it? Here. Let's get rid of that. As quote, yeah. What else? As int. Let's just do as float for sure. As int, as float, as quote. Sounds like Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss, right? As int, as float, as... Okay, good. Wait, I thought it changed this. Is something wrong? Wait, don't save. Yeah. Let me hold on quickly, try again. Okay. Yes. None of that. This. Okay. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Good. Oh, it's pretty short. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As list. List, comma, array. Wait, so there's no as set? Good. List, comma, array, comma, set. JSON object, As lang, translate to language. Python. SQL, Python, etc., right? I think they get it. JAZH, yeah. Yeah. EN. FR. Yeah. What am I trying to say? Guidance. Okay. FRZH, SQL, Python, etc., right? Cool. Or other guidance. Cool. Love it. Because aslang is so awesome. Hey, you messed it up. How are we indenting? 4 or 2? 4. Because it's Python. Of course they are. Yeah, totally. Let's try this. We can do French, we can do Spanish, and we could do as like Python print statement, right? Yeah, totally. Convert to French, convert to Spanish, and do it as a Python print statement. Python print statement. No, I think it's clear enough. Okay. Cardinality. Perfect. This is kind of cool. This is fine. Or actually, no, let's do that. Whoop. Yeah. Gotta be. Good. I'm glad I'm actually just reading the file now. Build. Complete the builder. Yep. Return the interview instance. Running interviews. Okay. Let's do this. No API key. And no base URL. Let's make that out of scope for the moment. For testing with mocks, no. What happened? Oh. Right, let's do that. So then the loop is, yeah, you do the thing. I don't want to document API key stuff, doesn't matter. While not done, if not done, oh, maybe the bug is I say go. No, I don't know what my bug is, so let's keep going. This is great. This is great. API config, environment variables. So, no. Direct API, no. No. Security, no. 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 No API configuration. Best practices, perfect. Yes. Hint, 5-digit zip, helpful hints. Okay, wonderful. Troubleshooting. Stop. Calm down with your API key. Field access. Before collection, returns none or returns none. Yeah, evaluates to none. Let's do that. Yep. Get attribute of the interview of the field. What? I guess so. Okay. But avoid, don't try. Avoid. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Next steps. See forms.md for PDF form filling workflow. Architecture, examples. Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. TypeScript and React. We don't want TypeScript and React. Awesome. Save it. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Okay, my edits to the thing, and then now what? Forms. What's changed here? Oh, I haven't checked it in yet. Yikes. Okay. I want to test this stuff. Come on, let's get this tested. We got scripts. Mm-hmm. CC scripts. Okay, whatever. All right, so the only thing now is forms.md. Let's go look at that diff. Yeah, nice and clean. Let's look at it. All right. I feel like it's just way too much. Why is there still so much key information extractor? Step 2, generate Chatfield script. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go to Claude Code, clear it out. 0 tokens. Feels so good. So I'm going to say in .claude /skills/pdf. Oh, and it's not just that, it's the file forms.md. I always forget if it's singular or plural. It must be singular, huh? Skill. With other information, now move to other sibling files, like, such as, what is it? Be made, like, what I'm orthogonal, like, MECI. Let me just say MECI and see if it knows it. I bet it knows MECI. That's not a usually, I don't hear that with engineers much, but. Well, the first time that unhandled like promise, return unhandled promise throw, that was funny, but I don't want to see it every day. Yeah, the promise rejection. All right, I want to see an example before I log out. Let me go off camera and send a quick text while I razzmatazz here. Okay. Correct. Mutually exclusive. Do it. There's a lot of like Q&A. I don't know. I might not mind it, actually. I don't know if this is a change or if it's random that I'm bumping into these today, or if it has something to do with a point release of Claude Code. But I feel like it's asking me if it wants me to do something when it is not in planning mode. Typically, the only way I could pause it before editing code is would be to like put it in planning mode. So very, very interesting. Don't inline chain. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Okay, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Ooh, I'm going to tell it to do MECI stuff forever now. We use that word all the time at work. It's so dirty. I love it. So, yeah, let's see it. Do we have a nice red commit now? Do we have a nice red diff? Nope. Not really. But I think that might be okay. Let's close it out. Let's just read this diff. All PDF. This is forms. Must complete these steps in order. Okay. I think I believe it. I think I buy it. This file, there's Chatfield.md. Gosh, it did it again, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it. I think it's fine. And I want to get this thing, I want to run this thing. I feel like I've been writing source code all morning. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Example conversation. Right. Yep. Scripts. Input.pdf. Field values. Fillable fields. Oh, that's fill. Okay. Complete example with a W9 form. Extract into the fields. .json. Okay. And then we generate, yeah, okay, yeah. Recommended, add clear field descriptions, right.
Nice. So I think what it's saying is just open that file and edit it. This is exactly why I want to use this skill to prototype. This is exactly why I want to prototype. Because this thing can just start modifying source code. And then for that matter, if there's little syntax errors, it can fix them. We're not doing OpenAI key. Stop it. Interview.py, and then we output to the values.json. Fill the PDF with the collected data. Oh, wow. It just dumped them out. Okay. I feel like you could roll all this into one Python script might be easier, but that's okay. And then mapping, troubleshooting. I think I did. Okay. Legacy programmatic workflow deprecated. Nope. We're getting rid of all that. This thing still has that bug where it just loves to deprecate. It loves to maintain legacy code. I think they're trying to burn tokens. I think it's corrupt. It's corrupt. I don't really think that, but they do burn tokens, waste tokens on deprecated code for a code base which has like less than one user. Nope. Non-fillable. And then we're at the top level. Wonderful. Workflow. Okay. What happens here? Oh my God. Oh. Oh, good, good, good. This is good. This is new. This is good, JSON. Key points. Description. Sending a message. What is it? How do you spell shochoi? Shout. Shoot. How do you spell shochoi? Chochoi. Okay. No idea. And then what is all this? Chatfield interview. Okay. Step 5, customize. Step 6, run it. Okay. What this does. Yeah. Add annotations to the PDF. Complete example, non-fillable. All right. Save it. I don't know. Let's try that. So what's going on? Okay, so this is, okay. Like new forms, not MD, like using Chatfield, right? Okay. Okay. I have no idea. So let's just exit and then restart the whole thing so it's got the latest code. I have no idea to what extent it refreshes itself. In another stream earlier this week, I think I was saying like, these are text files, these are strings. It should be super easy to refresh and reload. They're literally like, they're not HTML. It's not React components that are pulling in CSS, Sass, which is rendered from that process. Nope. It's Markdown. I see no reason why it shouldn't reload, but I believe it does not. So it's super awesome in many other ways, so I'm not really complaining. All right, so let's do a skill. Let's do a skill. Can you help me? Can you help me? I'm just going to say like use Chatfield, or let me just say complete the form at Python/examples/ PDF. Oh, come on. Slash. I gotta learn. Oh, wait. Let's see. PD. Python examples PDF. Surely it's here. Yeah. FW9.pdf. Wait, is it .get ignored? Hey. 9. Okay. Whoa. It just read in, wait, 137.5? Oh no, that's the size. So it just read in a binary file. Okay. Uh-oh. It got the forms.md wrong. Look. I can see it's a form. Wait. Oh, look, it missed its skill. It totally missed its skill. That's what happened. Stop. Okay, it missed its skill. I'm just restarting. Okay, let's try again. Totally fine. Okay. And then I'm not going to reference the file. So we're going to do two. Oh, no. Oh, I undid it. Wait. Yes, perfect. Wait, thinking on. Ready, set, go. Perfect. Okay, good. Okay. I want to solve one problem at a time. And so, you know, getting this thing perfectly prompted is not the problem of the moment. Perfect. So it did read the forms.md. I'm like at half the tokens. Well, I just clicked over 50,000. I should start to get a sense of the tokens in the way that like that motorists get a sense of their fuel, their kind of fuel consumption. And the cost of it, you know, it cost me this much money to refill my car. I should kind of get that sense for tokens. Because then, for example, I would know when these things start shipping on Raspberry Pis or whatever, I'll know, oh, that's better gas mileage than my current car, right? Or worse. It will definitely be worse, I think. But it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. I don't... Yeah. Okay. All right. How's it been going? What's it been doing? So it's a skill. We're gonna do a W9 using Chatfield's conversational workflow. Awesome. Good. I didn't say Chatfield, but it did. So that's great. Does it have fillable fields? I guess it will. Fillables. It does. It has fillables. Ooh, nice. It wrote to the correct file. That's awesome. Yikes. Wait. Oh, it edited a file. Cool. Yeah. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm kind of liking this. What is this? Oh, yeah. Shoot. Okay. Yes. I will run. Tell me. Command to run, and I will run it in another window. I will then tell you the result, any output, and any output for you to use to continue. I think, yeah. Okay, let's see if it does it. This is exactly why I want to use Claude Code to prototype. Peak kill. I mean, I didn't mean literally. It's like that Mitchell and Webb sketch. I won't say more. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Let me do that. So we're going to the PDF examples. We're good. Almost certainly. Yes. So we're going to the, here we are. We're here. So here's the JSON, and then they're going to be, yeah, they're going to be in here. Okay. Okay. And then what am I doing? Just Python fw9 interview.py dash output fw9. So instead of fields.json, it's values.json. Is that it? fw9 underscore values. Okay. Yep. W9, full legal name. Provide that information. So we'll go like John Poindexter, right? Poindexter. Doe, right? Whoo, look at that ID. Yikes. Okay. Let's see if that works. If that round trips first time. That looks like brittle. But it could work. Those could be unique IDs. Those could be like paths, effectively, IDs. It could work. It could work. Okay. It seems there's an error. Wait, what? No, that's totally awesome. Oh, it threw an error. I know what happened. Oh, is it going to let me trace it? Is my Langsmith working? I think maybe my key expired. I think I know. It's that those fields, it's that those brackets don't work. I'm going to have to tell it, okay, I mean, it's a language model, and then my tracing isn't working. Okay. Yeah. I know exactly what to do. So let me copy this. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to exit. That was 72,000. I'm going to paste that. Okay. And then I want to go get, I got to go get this. Copy. I'm going to make another prompt here. Paste, whatever. And then I'm going to go to my original prompt. Can I go find it? Come here. Yeah. It was simple. Copy. Okay. Control A. Paste. Okay. What was that? Control G? Okay. Yeah, I feel way more comfortable in Vim. Okay. Second person. Okay. W9. Important notes. Okay, the skill, your skill is to run the instead, tell me the command to run and await my feed. Right. In another window. Okay, next. Perfect. This is great. This is going to work. Field like names field names are sensitive to field names must be Python identifiers, right? I.e. Field names may not contain special characters. So, a useful ID might be, so we'll do it like that. However, Chatfield doesn't like square brackets. So it must be encoded to round trip through that name back to the useful ID. I think that's clear enough. Ready? Go. Come on, Schwartz. Let's see what it does. Let's drink some coffee. Read that skill. That's an active skill. You've got an active skill. Ooh, I can feel my coffee working. I can feel my coffee making me silly. Perfect. Perfect. I see the complete workflow, like Neo sees the Matrix, right? Cool. It does have fillable fields. That's cool. That worked right out of the box. That's pretty cool. It wrote some sort of script. Oh, I think that came from upstream. So that's cool. There's a Python. I mean, they're going to have to connect this thing to Docker in a more meaningful way. There's going to have to be like Docker skills or like, I mean, I know you could wire it up, but just like anything, like it's all Turing complete. I don't think it's really important or interesting. It's kind of trivial to say that you could wire it up. It's all in the like execution. Generated interview script. This is the cool part. This is the cool part. So it generates it and then it reviews it and it takes into account all this guidance that came in with the skill. Specifically with the like, I think form.md document in the skill. And so if it does the same thing it did last time, it did this really nice rewrite. But I challenged it this time that I said, oops, sorry, you can't have these convenient ID strings for field names. My code probably throws, I didn't even read the exception, but I bet my code doesn't support those angle brackets. I'm just assuming that. Seems kind of sensible. I don't know. If something's going to throw, I've certainly never tested with an ID like this. We could put it in the test suite. But I kind of don't see why it would fail, but I don't know. I'm not surprised. So let's just see. Uh-oh, I think it's gonna Chatfield. It's still got that OpenAI key thing. I'm annoyed, but whatever. Examples. Arg parse. Okay. Provide the command for the user to run. Okay. Cool. It's going to tell me the command. There it is. fw9 interview.py. So let's kill this. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, fw9 interview. And so parent, yikes. Import Chatfield. Whoa, sys.path. Okay, I don't care. It's secondary code. I don't care. Okay. Cool. Yes. Okay, perfect. Ah, it switched language. How did I do that? Oh, I did it. Cool. This is exactly why. So hopefully, if that's the bug, I hope that's the bug because I don't have time to test any other bugs. I'm just assuming angle brackets don't, square brackets don't work. Excellent catch. I get a point. Ooh. Oh, clever, clever. Cool. Yeah. Encode field, decode field. Thank you. You gonna let me do it? Let me update the field definitions to use the encoded field IDs. Oh, so instead of doing it by hand, it wrote an encoder and decoder, and it's going to wire that into every call. Cool. Don't care. Don't care. I just want it to run. Come on, Schwartz. Where's my coffee? Okay, and then it did it by hand anyway. Okay. That's why it's low stakes code. That's why it's low stakes code. So it wrote an encoder, and then it did not call that encoder. It just encoded it all effectively by hand, as it were. I was expecting it to have a call to a helper and wrap every one of these, but it's fine. That's kind of the idea. I mean, so in the fullness of time, there would be an LLM. It's just that it would be streamlined and like prompted in and tested and evaluated and kind of done in a more permanent way. But the whole point is to say, hey, could Claude Code like kind of, leapfrog or accelerate? Yeah. To kind of confirm or disconfirm this approach. That's exactly so in some sense I'm running two experiments at the same time. Or I'm trying to validate Claude Code. Okay, so this is the command to run. Let's just copy and paste it. Copy. Don't need the API key. Whoops, what are we doing? Quit. So I'll just pull in the environment just in case. So we're good. So then if I paste, let's do this. Are any values? No, there's no values. Okay. Please work. If it throws, then I'm in trouble. Okay, so John Q. Doe. Come on, Schwartz. Valid field. Technical issue. Okay, I gotta read it. Oh, I know what to do. Yeah, I know what to do. We can pull it up in the code here. Let's see if there's any like quick one, because it's just in the examples basically. It's just a Python example at this point. It's just that the program like came from Claude Code generated it. So then in the debugger, what is this? Which one is this? Current file. Yeah. So that should kind of work. Oh, I'm going to need the source. I'm going to need the environment. I'm going to need the API key. Okay, John Cudo. Good, maybe. Hey, there's an issue. Let's try that again. Okay, let's go break some breakpoints. And then, because I don't know why, even my trace isn't working, or I could try it again. My Langsmith trace isn't working. Or at least the link. I'm sure I'm just generating the wrong link or something silly. But I don't want to go there. So, yeah. Yep. Let's go into, I guess when we do a go, let's just let the .go jump me into the code. Come here. Where's the .go? Input .go. Here it is. Let's break there and go. Ah, ooh, something happened. This, when I ran in the debugger, it worked. Tax form assistant. Okay, this is cool. Okay, no messages, right? And then some sort of error though. Wait. I feel like update outputs. Right? I mean, that's kind of fine. Ooh. Oh, this isn't bad. Okay. Oh. I think this is wrong. Yeah, there's no way a string would be the value. Yikes, that's ugly. Let me just tell it this. Let's see, maybe I can try my rewind. Restore the code. I will do that, but note, if file needs a final edit. So I say boom, and then I say code and conversation, right? Am I going to lose anything? No. The code will be restored. Cool. So it's waiting for me again. And the code should be like back to normal. Yep, with the square brackets. Okay, cool. So that's okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. Stop it. But for some reason, I feel like, okay, so if I just run it again. Uh-huh. All right, let me leave. I'm going to have to leave it. Let me leave it so I have time to wrap up. All right. I think it's calling that tool wrong for some reason. Yeah. And what I don't know, okay, I'll find out. Okay, I know exactly what to do. So let's kill it. And let's edit the plan for tomorrow. And then we'll wrap up. Okay. So tomorrow's plan, this will be post tomorrow. Like returning the correct schema. I think it should return, stop it, an object, not a string. And then otherwise, continue like getting the, like any PDF to Chatfield to completed form working. With that done, the goal is photo of paper on desk to printable like image or PDF with completed forms, fields. Save it. Okay, so that'll be the plan. Let's wrap it up. Clear. Couldn't do it. /wrap up. let's wrap it up. And then let's push some code if I haven't. There's going to be some uncommitted stuff, but that's okay. No, not too bad. That's the main branch. Okay, good. Wrap it up. Let's go read the wrap up. Here's my W9. SSN. Doesn't seem like a lot of fields. I guess there are. Yeah, I guess each one of these is individually checked or something. I don't know. Let's close it. Diary. Thank you. Let's go read the diary. Today is 23rd. Wait, is today Mole Day? Is October 23rd Mole Day? It is. It is. We're right in the middle of Mole Day. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. It's Jeff from 602 to 602. Yeah. Okay, it's International Mole Day. Happy International Mole Day, everyone. I just noticed. All right, let's read it. 23rd. Should have a diary entry for 23rd. Here it is. So it's going to be more work on this PDF stuff. I basically spent the entire morning playing around with this skill. I would say compared to this time yesterday, the skill is just a proper, you could say, boring part of the source code of the project now. I can modify it. It works. It's reflected. Claude Code reflects the changes that I make, reflects the instructions and the guidance. So that's all completely wired up. My goal, I think 2 sessions prior, of how can I fork that PDF skill is just completely solved now. And then furthermore, it like kind of works in principle. I don't know if I've found a bad PDF or a bad example, but pulling in that first PDF example is throwing an exception of some sort. So I haven't got the entire workflow going, but what kind of will work is with this skill, I'm just going to say, hey, Claude, help me with this PDF file. And then Claude's going to use that skill to write code, to compose code, which heavily leans on Chatfield to define the form that we need, and then hand off the conversation to Chatfield, and then receive the structured data and answers back, and then complete the form. And from that, I want to go, my big goal, the reason I think the true accomplishment is unannotated forms, photographs. I think I think Claude Code could accelerate kind of proving the pipeline of mobile photo of a paper form to a conversation in a language which is not that form's language, to a printable facsimile, a printable copy of the photo with the completed information embedded in some way, reflected in some way, there with it populated. So then, again, with no UI potentially, with a completely conversational or voice UI, I could say, here's my form. What do I do now? And then through mostly Chatfield and then Claude Code kind of writing and coding it up, it'll say, well, what's your name? And then off we go. And I've got a W9 and it just says, well, do you want to print this? And I can send it to the printer with W9 to the printer. I can close my eyes and do a W9, give or take data access, which I've been not really worrying about. That's the goal. That's the next goal for Chatfield. I think this is a great exercise because, again, the broader scope is, could this thing plan, work, and do more high stakes and more much bigger kind of size and scale and scope than this. But just from what I saw, I do think that maybe Chatfield can add to I think there can be something new that's additive compared to the upstream skill regarding like practically completing forms
in in a real way. For example, I could tell Claude Code, or I could connect Claude Code to all my emails. For example, that's like completely easy, and other sources of my files like Box or something, and then genuinely pull like driver's license numbers and things like this that you need. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Thank you. This is awesome.